time, weather, and
Audio Jungle.
Welcome to my channel today. I truly appreciate you being here. I really do. Just a quick note, on the last video I did about silver, NATO, Ukraine, Russia, it got shut down for a while. Google didn't like something in it.
sorry.
I edited it and it's processing going back. I've had a few people let me know it was taken down, and it should be up now by the time you listen to this. So if you missed the last video about silver, Ukraine, Russia, and the dollar, go check it out. It's kind of cool. But today I want to talk about anyone can afford silver. Okay, it's like when I talk to people about silver, they kind of roll their eyes. You know what I'm talking about. Literally anyone can afford silver. I say this because what you do really comes down to what motivates you the most. Currently, the price of silver is right about $23 spot. In January 1980, the price was just under 50 bucks. So basically, today, the silver spot prices are wickedly manipulated. We know that. We've had previous videos about that. We see it. It's common knowledge, actually, for people who are paying attention. What I know, rooted in history, points me to the greatest price movement in future history that is coming. The fall of the dollar is not going to be a tiny matter. When that fateful day is forever etched into history, I personally do not want to have any regret that I could have done more to prepare. My motivation is greater than most people because I see it as clear as a freight train coming. So what's your motivation? Because the reason you're stacking silver and gold will be the deciding factor of how intense you embrace the whole overall umbrella of silver investing, because silver can be a lot more than just purchasing silver, which is basically what it is, but you gotta understand it to really appreciate it. The reason you are stacking will be the deciding factor of how intense you embrace the prevailing umbrella concept of silver as an overall investment. My motivation to purchase silver is solely based upon my understanding of history as it is applied to look towards the future.
Unfortunately, you never know when or where it's ever going to strike.
I am not motivated by fear, not at all. This is not at all being a prepper, I guess. I never thought of myself as a prepper.
Vampire bat!
The reason I stack silver is for pure and simple greed. Most people equate greed as being bad. I disagree because I am not willing to be unethical in how I acquire the silver, and the greed I admit to having is merely for a desire to be free. I have spent decades working to make other people wealthier while I merely earned a paycheck. I'm not faulting those years because here I sit today with knowledge confirmed by history that what is coming will be epic. Anyone can afford silver if they have the ability to understand that once the true value of silver is released, the masses will forever be regretting the historical price movements. Actually, I would not be surprised to see silver get pounded even lower in spot price. I would expect nothing less than at least one more massive drop in silver spot to wipe out the short sellers. I could care less about how low the spot price goes. I really could. I am so confident in what is coming with silver that the more I can accumulate, the better off I will be when the spring snaps. The motivation I have is akin to an insider knowledge guy, because history never lies. History is speaking to us today, and less than 0.5% of the entire population in America is listening. And that's a solid number, 0.5%. The following ideas are what I have done to raise money to purchase silver because I'm not a wealthy person. I claw and I scratch for every cent I have, and I do not want to look back and regret I could have done more. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, of a generation, I believe. By no means the list below is like exclusive of what I'm about to talk about. I just want to throw out some ideas because if you really want it bad enough, you'll figure it out. I sold a car. My wife had a car. We had a car, everything we owned. She passed away recently, as you may know. But before she passed away, we didn't expect her to pass away. And we saw the price of what we could get for this car. It was $2,500 over Kelley Blue Book for the car. It was a Mini Cooper, 2015. You can see the picture on the website, oldfatmarine.com. It was a really cool red Mini Cooper, a roadster. And with the sale of the car, we were able to pay off bills and make a decent purchase of silver. Cars are selling at premium prices today. Could you do without one of the vehicles you own? What about a jet ski or a camper? It may not be something that needs to be gone forever. You're merely just taking a depreciating asset and taking the value and putting it into a holding pen called silver. Whatever you sold, just buy back later. Buy back a better one.
You ever seen a sad person on a wave runner?
I took in a small box full of old rings and necklaces. I went into a pawn shop to sell it, to get a price for it, and the price they gave me was a joke. I then took it to my local coin store and was able to do a very nice swap for some bars and rounds. I was very happy with the shiny I was able to walk out the door with, and yet my stack grew yet again. Unexpected income. An example is that I forgot I was eligible for a class action lawsuit that I applied for. Don't even remember doing it actually. And I got a check in the mail for like $135, and it was out of the blue. I didn't expect it. That $135 of fiat is now silver. Maybe you have a side hustle of some kind. Maybe you need to get a side hustle. Before I was an old fat Marine, I was a slim and trim health coach that was doing quite well. Then life kicked me in the ass. I'm going to get back into that side hustle for the main reason of being able to get more silver while simultaneously getting healthier through weight loss. If I get $5, it does not go into the wallet, it goes into silver, not into bills or to pocket change. It goes to silver. Do a side hustle. I have not made a dime off my website or this YouTube channel, and I've spent hours and hours perfecting and learning to merely arrive at this point. I know it may seem silly, but the website and the YouTube channel is something I really enjoy doing, money or not. I know that persistence will pay off as long as I just keep plodding along, and this side hustle is keeping me interested in life because sometimes life gets in the way of living. My side hustle is what it is right now. What is your side hustle? What is it? Then go do it.
To the back post!
If you do not get it done, then your want is not deep-rooted enough. How deep is your belief that the silver price will move upwards in an epic way? And then act on how deep that belief is. My side hustle is not a website. It is not YouTube. My side hustle is silver because I love the history of silver and the direction it is pointing me to now. Every fiber of my being directs me to silver. History is beckoning, and I feel as if too many people are about to be wiped out financially. Yet these very same people only hear the wind today. It is impossible to save everybody. Even Jesus can't do that. My point is that if you know the price of silver was going to hit prices that are going to be epic, wouldn't you do whatever you had to do to make the accumulation of silver happen? Instead of complaining, get started. There is no website or video channel that can make you follow through with your intentions. Nothing will be able to give you enough energy to make things happen. It has to be something that is within. I choose to listen. The average person will choose to go to work tomorrow, and yet that same average person will choose not to educate themselves about money. Currency is not money. The US dollar is not money. If you do not understand this statement, then you cannot possibly understand my level of motivation. This is because you have not studied history. I do not say this arrogantly. I say this as a simple statement of truth. What I mean by educating is to learn what history will teach us about money. Whether you study the subject for 30 minutes or 30 hours, your conclusions will be the same. The only difference in answers will be discovered whether 30 minutes or 30 hours. It will be how deep your resolve is, because the more you learn, the scarier it gets.
Hi, Joker.
If you listen to history, the secret of silver easily will be revealed. I see it clearly and will do whatever I can ethically to position myself for maximum personal benefit. Remember my greed? The great financial reset is not something I fear because I am preparing to the best of my ability. I expect to be rewarded quite well when the fateful day comes. But it's your choice. Whatever you do will be based upon your belief in what is coming. But don't say you can't afford silver. And I disagree with diversification of anything but silver, gold, and mining stocks, as I see that the gains will be unmatched. Maybe you can throw in a few royalty stocks? Definitely. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that is tired of losing the game of the dollar. Inflation has robbed me for decades. I'm pissed off, and I'm just trying to figure it all out like everyone else.
Charlie? Hey, Linus. Wow, how you been? I don't know. Can't tell anymore.
Anyone can afford silver. Mostly, everyone will ignore the prelude to the silver price run-up. I do not know when it will happen or what the stimulating event will be. I do not care. I just know that when that day comes, I will not have an ounce of regret that I could have bought more silver. Get going. Make a plan. No regret. Don't look back. 1 ounce will be better than no ounce. 2 will be better than 1, and so on. 1 step at a time. 1 ounce at a time. Remember the video a few weeks ago about the Navy SEALs? Well, if you watched it, this is the wait that we're on. This wait today is merely the long flight to our destination. It will be your reality, so make it what you want it to be. Semper Fi.
Time, weather, and...
Audio Jungle.
Good grief.
Hey, blockhead! Wanna kick the football for old time's sake?
Go fuck yourself.